afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for coming to the 7th ALPS conference. It's only 7, so we're doing really well. I'm looking forward to chatting to as many of you as possible, so please do stop me on the way past and say hello. And we have 19 countries represented at the conference this year, so I might let you see them as well. Here they go. So I think it's safe to say we're fairly international, and there is quite a lot of scope for global networking this coming few days. And our programme committee, as you can see there, put their wizard's hats on this time last year and have come up with a really great conference that I hope you'll all really enjoy and get lots of worthwhile things from. Oops, hang on, sorry, go back. We're jumping ahead. I'm shortly going to introduce our chair, Simon Ross, who is going to give the welcome address, but first there's some information and housekeeping. Some of you don't have rooms available yet. The hotel have got this under control. They have, honest. They will be organising key collection at 5 p.m, and that will be in the foyer where the ALPS registration desk is. There will be several members of staff available. It will be done in surname, alphabetical, so please make sure you're in the right queue to pick up your key. And as you've already registered, it should be a fairly swift process. They have insisted that this will work, so if it doesn't, we shall talk to them about that, and we won't do it next year. So, moving on. As you saw them already, this is the crack ALPS team who have worked hugely hard to produce this conference, and I would particularly like to give a shout out to Leslie Ogg, who really has worked above and beyond to make sure that everything runs absolutely as seamlessly as it possibly can. The next item is a shameless plug for a new event that we are running this year on the 2nd of December. It's a digital strategy think tank, which is a collaboration between ALPS and Librios, one of our members. And we'll have a digital performance strategy specialist, Jan Zukowski, and apologies for getting his name probably pronounced incorrectly. He will lead the workshop, and at the end of it, we hope that you will go away, you will leave with an individualised digital strategic plan that you can take to your organisations and implement. If you already have a strategic plan, it might be worthwhile coming along to just make sure that you're still on the right track, give it a refresh, give it a review. So that's taking place on the 2nd of December. So if you're planning to be in town for the highly popular STM Innovations Conference, which is happening on the 3rd, you might want to just pop in a day early and come to that as well. So, the housekeeping, there are no fire drills planned. So if you do hear an alarm, and I can't resist this, the exits are here, here, and here, and don't forget the nearest exit may be behind you. The restrooms are past the registration desk before you get to the restaurant. So fasten your seatbelts, keep them fastened at all times. We don't expect a bumpy ride, but you do never know. And oxygen masks will be provided if it all gets too much. So that's enough from me. I'm going to hand you over now to our chair, Simon Ross, who will kick things off. Thank you.
Thank you, Audrey, and I'd like to extend a warm welcome to you all. We estimate around 50% of you are first-timers, newcomers to the ALPS conference, so a special welcome to you. The repeat customers, who we dearly love, and they're always your best customers, know what they're going to let themselves in for. We were reflecting on the fact this is only the 7th meeting of the ALPSP. It feels like it's been a fixture in the calendar for much longer than that, and I think there is a reason for that, and because it very quickly became a distinctive and valuable forum for informing, educating, and debating the current issues in scholarly communication. And if you ever felt like you wanted to look at the horizon to see what the future of what we used to call publishing looks like, just glance through an ALPS programme, and this one in particular is no exception. If you actually want to participate in the future of scholarly communication, then come along to an ALPS conference. So I'm glad to see you've already made that decision, that you want to be part of the future. In this room, I think we have some of the most engaged people in our community. So I would say to you all, please make the most of that opportunity to learn and share with your colleagues. I think it's a wonderful time to spend away from your day job. Try not to spend too much time on the Wi-Fi, although we guarantee it's going to work. And really enjoy and participate in the conference. Anyway, you're not really here to listen to me. It's part of my privilege to introduce our keynote speaker to kick off the conference. And our keynote speaker today is Amy Brand from Digital Science. Some of you may know Digital Science, well, at least some of its activities through the likes of Figshare and Altmetrics. But Digital Science do many other things aside from that. Amy graduated with a BA in Linguistics from Barnard College. Some of you may not know Barnard College, but I live in New York and I know that it's on the Upper West Side. But I also know it's the alma mater of Joan Rivers, who recently passed away. So now it's famous. It was always famous in New York. She was awarded a PhD in cognitive science from MIT. I think they need no introduction. And then she spent, we estimate, the best part of 7 years at MIT Press. And before taking up the role of Director of Business and Product Development at Crossrev, which we all know and love. In 2008, Amy moved to Harvard University, first taking up the position of the Program Manager in the Office for Scholarly Development, and then subsequently as the Assistant Provost for Faculty Appointment and Information. She was also one of the founding members of the ORCID Board of Directors, and recently Amy has joined Digital Science as VP for Academic and Research Relations and also VP for North America. Making the move outside of the academy, Amy felt that she could better drive the innovation of tools and services that are needed inside the academy. So we are very pleased today that Amy will be speaking on the topic of innovation and its place in the changing scholarly communication landscape. Welcome, Amy Brand.